Oh, 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 oh. Hi. Hello. Hi, 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 hi. So, I was on the phone with my girlfriend a couple days ago, and it got me really thinking about INFJs and how, I was talking about the people that have come and go in my life, and it's I've noticed a pattern, and I kind of had an epiphany um, that there's a lot of people that enter in my life that, and I've met a lot of people. Okay, so this if someone feels like they're being, if it feels like I'm talking about them, it might not be, so or it might be. I don't. Doesn't matter. Um, uh, doesn't matter to me. uh, like there's people that enter in my life, and I find out after a while when they open up to me that they have some sort of past that, and I'm not going to refer to any details about anybody here in this video, but I've had a lot of friendships where people have had difficult pasts, and it's not uncommon for me to be friends with somebody or to know somebody who um, has had troubles. Okay, and they seem to be drawn to me in some way. I've had friends who, you know, I would say have had traumatic experiences, but they wouldn't describe it as that. But I find that those types of people tend to be interested in me. And, and I'm not speaking about this from like, an egotistical standpoint. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. It's just something that I've noticed. And I had an epiphany that, the reason why INFJs tend to draw these people into their lives is because we all know, I mean, as an INFJ, we have the introverted intuition as our main function. That's what we're mostly about in this world. And um, I believe that the people that have gone through troublesome experiences in their lives, they end up being drawn to an INFJ when they come across one. Whereas most average people don't really understand or care for the INFJ. Even people that are highly compatible with the INFJ, ENTPs or ENFPs, if they haven't had experience where, they've gone through something very difficult, or they're forced to face a very difficult reality, which a lot of people that in my life that become close to me have gone through, and it's almost as if it's a rite of passage in a way. I don't know if that sounds, uh, yeah, that sounds a little, egotistical maybe, but um, that's the best way I can describe it. So the people that enter into my life, right? They've gone through something difficult, so they are forced to face a very deep, dark reality, I believe. And the people that are drawn to me, they they're forced to face a reality, and sometimes it's something that happened recently, and then they are forced to engage in that introverted intuition because everyone has it. Everyone has intuition. Everyone has this ability to predict the future in a way, to foresee patterns, and to understand and come to an apex point where they understand a certain idea, philosophy, topic, psychology, whatever it is. They get to an apex and they understand it, and it becomes an integral part of how they live and how they view the world and their new world perspective. It's a new thing, right? Um, so when that happens to the people that I know, or to people that are drawn to INFJs, they end up um, they end up seeing the INFJ. They come across one. They speak to one. It could just be just seeing one. They're like, oh yeah, I remember this type of person, because I think everybody has an innate sense of what MBTI personality types are. They understand um, the different personality types. They understand what an INFJ is. They understand what an ENFP is. They know that an ENFP is a person or a female or a guy who is kind of wild and has a lot of ideas, and they're very outwards about those ideas. And they kind of know the INFJ. They know the Yoda character, the wizard character. They all know this type of character and respect this type of character, actually, because we can see this in movies that we highly regard the counselor types, right? Maybe not in everyday life, but when we can confirm that one is an INFJ, right? There is a level of respect I think every person has, for an INFJ character. Unfortunately, the society on a day-to-day basis doesn't respect it, but on a macro level of understanding life, we all understand that we need that character or that person or that figure that can give us a better understanding of life and how to live one's life and the meaning of life and the meaning of living, right? Which is something that we discover through the INFJ. The INFJ is an integral part of many people's journey to understand, what is this meaning? What do I do? Like, where do I go? Like, what is my journey? Because the INFJ is spending a lot of their time understanding what their own personal journey is, right? So people go, okay, so going back to the topic, right? People go through a traumatic thing. They go through something dark. They face a dark reality. They face the reality of life. And then they see the INFJ, they come across the INFJ, and they're immediately understand. They connect with the INFJ because they understand that dark side of them, or the introverted intuition side of who they are. They've connected with it. And when they see the INFJ, they're like, oh, this person, I remember this type of person. I didn't really think much of this person before, but now that I see this person, or maybe it's the first time they're seeing them, they sense a connection. And the INFJ also recognizes the connection that, okay, this person, they've faced some sort of thing, right, where they can now engage in my main purpose, my main function, which is the introverted intuition. Whereas if someone lived a very happy life and it's just like they've not necessarily happy, but very comfortable life where they haven't really been forced to face their deepest, darkest, side of themselves, they don't really face reality, and they don't really face the reality of who they are and how they relate to the universe, to the world. So I think this explains why, as an INFJ, we do meet a lot of people that they just know, right? They just know, they can connect with you, they can have a deep conversation with you, and it's usually more the intuitive types that are more easily falling into, like, okay, I can talk to this person about these things, or just intuitives just feel more comfortable sharing because they feel like, oh, the INFJ has that the eyes and ears to like listen to whatever they want to talk about, because I think being an intuitive in general already is traumatic, but they recognize that the INFJ has that open mind to listen to whatever they have to say and just connect and vibe on that level of like, yeah, we're kind of separate from society as by default. So now let's just, open up and just share our experience with each other because we understand what that feels like. And, we're not so caught up on superficialities or materialistic things, or just like, it's just we're able to connect on a deep level. And I think that's really what people see in the INFJ. Because obviously, like, I used to play a victim and be like, oh yeah, like I think that, oh, people don't like me. And I've been saying that a little bit, but it's like, yeah, sure, on a kind of micro level where I'm like speaking to people, on a day-to-day basis, and they want to chat about like, traveling or something like that, which I don't have anything against traveling, but it's just like, it's very superficial to me. And it's just I forget what my point was, but point is, yeah, I think this is why with everything that I've said in this video, I've concluded that this is why INFJs do attract these people that are quote unquote broken, but more, I don't want to say broken, but I want to say more like that. I guess you do have to kind of be broken to build yourself back up again. So yeah, maybe these people are broken, but in the best way possible. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that makes sense. If you disagree with me, comment below. Like always, I'm here to talk, or join my Discord, which no one's joined yet. One person's joined and said, "Hey, nice videos," and then left. That felt really great. Thanks, guy. I don't blame you though. I wasn't on there checking as much. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I'm not on there that much sometimes, and because nobody's joined, so I can't. So I feel like nobody. So I don't check. But yeah, it was Dilly. Dilly was on my thing, and I think he left. My girlfriend's on there too, so yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Bye.